How are you today? It's day 12. It's my daily vlog 12. Wow. I'm so excited to do the recap of how much I've accomplished. Yay. So it's Thursday, July 23rd, and it is promising to be a very stormy day. It's very overcast right now and very, very steamy outside. Kind of like we have a nice soggy wet blanket hanging over us. So I should bike ride. I don't know where my phone went, but I should get a bike ride in ahead. I don't know if I'm going to though. I'm really tired. Like my muscles are really sore. They feel sore, and I'd rather ride today though than tomorrow because tomorrow's leg day. Furlough problems. So at least this morning, while I drink my coffee, I think I'm going to try to finish the bobbin that I was working on. And I think if it's going to be stormy, I think it might be time for a new cast on. I have, as I said, 5 more rows on the Kima, which is tucked away in here. This is a Amy Beth Fat Squirrel project bag. I love it. It's perfect size for this project, which is very squishy. But today I may even do 2 cast-ons just because I really want to get these on the needles. So this is Wash Your Hands from Stranded Dye Works, and I bought it early on in the pandemic. So I'm going to make another rye layering tea out of this. So I might get that cast on, but I also am wanting to get another baby knit, so I may do this, or I might do both. This will actually go really fast. I could probably get a fair amount of the cast on done very quickly with this. And this, you start at the back, you like build each shoulder, front, back, front, and then it's underway. Pretty much. I mean, you're doing some armhole shaping and stuff because it's a top down. Yeah, they're both so pretty though. They're both sport weight too. They almost go together. Okay. Enough of that. Enough of like staring at yarn. Do you do that? Ah, it's so pretty. Yeah, these will both be really fun to knit. Yay. And small needles. My God, I'm tired of those big fat needles. I don't know how people that knit bulky all the time do it. I realized too, I was reviewing the footage from yesterday. I picked the same mug, which this mug, I had to dig to get it. And I didn't remember having it yesterday. At least you see me talking with it, so you know I'm not showing you the same clip over and over. Yeah, so that's about it. I have a couple of the things I haven't done for you yet in this vlog series that I may do. So particularly if it's too gross to go outside, we'll see. Hope you have a good day. See you later. Finishing up this bobbin. I was spinning it while I was watching a show called The Stitch in Time, which is a historical recreation, or a documentary of historical recreations of costumes from paintings. It's really interesting. You might like it if you like historical recreations. It's well done. It's British. work out. I'm gonna do my strength training before lunch. I didn't get out to bike ride. I don't know if I'm going to today. It's so swampy out. We'll see. Hey there, I thought you might enjoy a recap of my projects for 2020 so far. So here's what I did. I was just updating my book. So what I did was, it's messy and I don't expect you to be able to read it. I'll read it to you. But I wrote a list of my plans for 2020. And I just made, it's a list of 13 things, and then I wrote like my general goals. These were projects that I thought I wanted to make in the upcoming year. And then what I did was I made a box and checked off what was done. So I'm going to take you through this slightly complicated list and put pictures on of my finished objects. So the first one is a new as if tea. Oh crap, there you go. New as if tea in my current spin, which was a beautiful pink green spin from Stitch Together Studio, and it is completed. That's better. You can just listen to me and I'll show you the book. Okay, yeah, so my second thing was the stem crop pullover, which I changed to a cardigan that I wanted to make out of some green yarn from Ushitita that I got at EYF, and that is also complete. The third thing on my list was something made out of some purple hand spun that I had made. And I have a plan for that. I just wrote something on this list. I'm going to tell you what I made. A second list of things. Actually, I have 3 lists total of things that I was planning to make, or things that I did not plan, but I just thought of after the new year. My fourth on here is a pale pink, soft pink Christmas sweater in Stranded Dye Works yarn, which I have caked and ready, but it's because it's Christmas, I figured I would start that in the fall. Fifth thing on the list is the dragon sweater that I have talked about actually in these daily vlogs. But got combined with the 12th thing on the list, which was a sweater for one of my sons. So that is, those two became one. Sixth on the list is lace cardigan, the one that I ended up frogging and I talked about in my last regular episode, out of the Road to Rhinebeck yarn, which will be repurposed into something else. Seventh is a new Elton cardigan. Elton is a pattern by Joji Locatelli in Game of Thrones colors that were from Stitch Together Studio. I got them about May or June of last year. So that is still something I would like to do. They're primarily navy. They're like a navy and white variegated set of yarn. So that's something I still might do. Ripple crop top in this green and brown yarn from Teeny Button Studio called Death Eater. I'm not going to make that. I'll repurpose the yarn for something else. Then I wrote something in my EYF cocktail yarn from John Arbin, which I got in EYF March 2019. And I've since updated that to be the Paloma pattern. That again is something that will be more of a fall knit for me. A new throw for the couch. Yay, that's another one done. So I've got 3 done so far. Ursa pullover in the sea color purple, which is yarn I bought at the Rhinebeck Yarn Bazaar last fall. And 12 I told you was a sun for my sweater, which got comboed up with 5. And then last was just a scrappy project to use up some of my ends, and I wrote granny stripe ? Those were my plans. So out of 13 things, I have actually made 3. I made another list that continues to grow, and these are just new projects that were not in my plans for 2020. And I have accomplished far more of these. First on the list was a cashmere hat with my Whisky and Wool logo. That is done. Second was, on my list is a second Saucy Surrey bomber jacket. Done. Third on the list is a second cashmere hat, which I sent to one of my boys. Done. Fourth on the list is the Nell by Erie in cat sandwich fiber, which was a Vogue 20 purchase. Done. Then 5, Vertices Unite baby blanket using scraps and stash. Done. 6, Vertices Unite shawl for my daughter-in-law. Done. 7th was a scrappy cat blanket for my son and daughter-in-law's cat. Done. He loves it, by the way. I should have taken a picture when I was there the other day. 8th is the throw over in Kim Dye's yarn stash from Vogue 2019. Done. 9 is pink velvet in deep green yarn from Little Gray Sheep, and the extra Surrey yarn that I had on hand. In progress. 10 is a second rye layering tee in crew neck version using Stash and VKL 19 Plucky Knitters yarn. Done. 11 is the sleeveless rye tank top in Sweet Sparrow yarn. Done. 12 is another sleeveless rye layering top in Stranded Dyeworks. Got that planned to cast on soon. 13, Love Note in La Biena May pinks from the Tits Out Collective. It's caked, but not cast on. Then 14 is the Paloma in the EYF Gray Cocktail yarn, which I talked about before. I have a Weekender light planned for my purple handspun, so that was my idea for that. 17 is Kima sweater in the handspun and mohair. Well, no, I wrote mohair, but I actually bought the Veronita, the cashmere silk base instead. So that is well on its way. And that is, so out of those 16, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those versus 3 of my 13. And then I also made a list of baby knits. So as I think about baby knits that I might want to make, I have just made a list. I have a list of 10 things, and 4 of them are done. So the Flax Light in the pink deep stash, done. Elizabeth Zimmerman in some handspun, done. Flaxlight in other minis, so like a sort of a fade version of Flaxlight in some minis. I might make that a little bit bigger, so that's on my list, not cast on or anything. The Elizabeth Zimmerman in Wee Rainbow on a Vespa, I talked about that this morning. Bulky blue hat, done. Hand knit, hand spun, bulky purple hat. I haven't done that one yet. I may wait until the baby's born so I could see how big her head is. Make sure it'll fit her. I did make the plum one though, so that's 2 hats. Then I want to make a light pink hat to match the Flax Light, and also socks to match the Flax Light. I have enough yarn for both of those. And then finally, number 10 is a Love Note in the La Biena May Howell and Sophie yarn that I have it in here that I talked about this morning. Whoops, nope, that's Wee Rainbow. All right, I'm not sure where it is. Oh, I think it's over there. Yeah, so those are my 2 lists. I just thought it might be fun for you to see how I organize myself. I really like doing this because sometimes it'll happen, I don't know if this happens to you, but sometimes what happens to me when I'm trying to figure out what to make next is like I'm so overwhelmed by all the choices. So this helps me like just have a place to go to flip open and just say, oh yeah, okay, yeah, all right, yeah, maybe it's time to cast on this. Or it also gives me a place to keep a list of things that I'm interested in. I do use my Ravelry queue too for things like this. Like I recently queued up the Shifty, is it a pullover? Shifty pullover by Andrea Mowry, because I think I have a lot of yarn. I think I have yarn to do that. I don't think I have enough yarn, spin cycle yarn, to make an entire spin cycle sweater, but I was just sort of thinking about how I have, at least for the contrast, I've got that. If I could just figure out the main color, I would have the yarn to go ahead and make that. I think it's going to end up being a hand spun, but we'll see what happens. I will keep you posted, of course. See you later. We made it outside today. We are out on the porch. think he's back to liking it again, though we've been out here for a while. And he's getting there. He's getting to the point where he's had enough. Hey there. It's the end of the night. I just wanted to get you caught up on everything that I have been working on today. Just finishing a row on something. Okay, so I showed you my spinning, and I went ahead and did the 2 cast-ons I talked about. One is this right here, the Elizabeth Zimmerman sweater. I'm sorry, I'm like mid-row. On Wee Rainbow. Wee Rainbow. Look at how beautiful it is. Wee Rainbow on a Vespa. So I guess, you know, if I have a Vespa, it's this turquoise color. Yeah, so I'm making a sport weight one, so it can be tiny and it'll be more likely to fit the baby when she's younger, because I think the one I made before was like a 1-year-old size. So yeah, I am almost to the row where I separate for sleeves and such. So yeah, it's coming on. It's so fast. Baby knits, so fast. So I cast that on, and I also cast this on, which is my next rye layering tee that I'm making out of Stranded Dye Works. Let me open it up so you can see. Stranded Dye Works Wash Your Face, which she dyed for the COVID pandemic. So this is the back. I'm working on the back. So now I'm on mindless knit zone, where I just can knit away for, I don't know, a few inches, and then I go ahead and start the front, connect the front to each shoulder. So you just cast on your front shoulder onto the back shoulder. This is the back neck right here, and these are the shoulders. You can see like a little bit of shaping going on there. So yeah, I cast on both of them. I honestly just couldn't resist. And I did not work on the Kima sweater, though I'm about to put a movie on, and in the 2 hours or so the movie plays, I'm going to try to get those 5 rows done. As I've said before, the stitch count across the rows is somewhere around 400. I think it's just under, like maybe 385 or something like that. So, and then each row is really wide. So hopefully I get this done. I would love to get to the point so that I can go to bed tonight, wake up in the morning, and graft the sleeves together. That would be amazing. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm going to try. If I get to the point where it's time to graft the sleeves and I'm still watching the movie, which I doubt, I'm going to just switch over to one of these other projects that are a little more mindless. So that is my plan for tonight. Tomorrow is Friday. Yeah, I'll tell you about tomorrow. Have a good night. Hope you're doing well, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.